I believe that in 12 months, I went from totally broke to $1 million net worth because I didn't just hope. I created a level of certainty in my body that total financial abundance was a part of every cell, every thought, every feeling, and things began to jump out at me, and I began to attract them. Now, that may sound real metaphysical, it may sound weird to you, but anyone that I've met who has created great financial abundance is not a vehicle. Sit down and write down, what is it you love to do most in the world? See, I think financial abundance comes from doing what you love most, doing it massively, and making sure that in your doing it, it creates tremendous value for other people. If you do those things effectively, you're going to have financial abundance. So if you're looking for a vehicle, what do you love? You experience yourself as a giver. And I save this for last because I want you to remember this. I believe that the bottom line of finance and your gut, that you deserve everything that you've got in your life. Now that may sound egotistical, but the reality is you got to feel I deserve it came in many ways. Number one, I deserve it because I'm alive, just as much as I deserve. Why would finances be any different? In addition, I deserve it because I'm a giver, because I always strive to give much more than I would expect back. These tapes are an example. I hope you can feel I'm trying to give you 10,000% of myself at each and every time here. I'm committed to having you get much, much more, 100 times more, a minimum of 10 times more than you've invested in this program. And I know for a fact, if you've really been listening, that you agree with me. The bottom line is, by knowing you're always trying to give much more, you feel like whatever comes back, yeah, hey, I've earned it, I deserve it, and it's great. Now, some people might say, well, you shouldn't have to earn it, you should just accept it. Well, that's a great strategy too if that works for you. Do whatever works, but make sure that you give. See, you got to take at least 10% of what you earn and give it away. Then I'll give 10%. Who are you kidding? What do you think is harder, to give a dime out of $1 or 100,000 out of $1 million? Trust me, the 100,000 will feel quite a bit different than the dime out of the $1. If you don't develop the habits now, you certainly won't do it when the numbers get bigger. Listen, go get yourself a book, simple book. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. It's by George Clayson. That's a great belief to install, because once it believes that, your subconscious mind will create that reality in your life. It makes you feel like a giver, and we all deserve to have that feeling of pleasure of being a giver and not a taker.